Hello guys, it's GirlGotGame and welcome back to Psychedelica of the Ashen Hawk for our final time through. For today is the last route, the Link's ending. And so I'm partially on my way to like the Traveler's ending, like I did last time. But now I need to pick a different option. And before I get into this, I should note that I went to the notes section and we haven't unlocked the last note yet. So I assume it's the same as Black Butterfly. We need to finish this first, and then we'll get whatever the last note is. So, yeah. Anyway, all we have to do now is go down to the tavern, and we'll see how the ending plays out from here, I guess. It shouldn't be too long, she says, question mark. We woke up from a bad dream, and then she's like, should I go downstairs, go back to sleep, what? I should ask for some water. I got out of bed and headed downstairs to the tavern. Will Ash be down there? Ooh, it's dark, spooky. Oh, hello, you are down here. Ooh. There was a white silhouette in the room. Ash? You weren't able to sleep either. While saying that, he held up a steaming cup. What's the matter? An indescribable anxiety rose from within. Oh? Was it because I didn't want to return to being a man? I got the sensation that I was faking who I really was, and it made me unable to speak casually like I always did. Ash, you said I was a nice girl before, right? Yes. That's not true. I'm a liar and a coward. Even now. He smiled when you said that. Why was I telling this to him all of a sudden? There was no way I could reveal the truth. I'm neither a witch nor Jed. So who am I? How did Ash see me right now? I gripped the skirt of my dress tightly and swallowed what I was about to say. Let's talk. Huh? He seems to be more Hugh-like in this instance, where he's just like, let me pose and be mysterious now. Ash took out another cup and poured some boiling water into it. With very deliberate movements. He put it down onto a table next to him and sat down. I've never told anyone this. It's a story I didn't even write in my notebook. I will tell you as an exception, as this is the intermission. Oh, it is it? And he's just like, ta-da! My real clothes. Okay, so like you wear this normally, is that what you're telling me? Neat trick, neat trick. Those eyes stared at me, and not in the usual gentle way. It actually reminded me of an elderly man. I just won't question that his clothes changed before my eyes. Jed, I swear, sometimes. I was drawn to those eyes as I sat down at the table. I told you before that I was a traveler, didn't I? Yes. That you've been to many different places. Before I went and traveled, my life was saved by a certain witch. A witch. That word struck my heart. A witch? I injured my shoulder. I was buried in the snow and hours had already passed. I couldn't feel my own body heat anymore. I thought I was going to die. That was when she found me. It couldn't have been a very fond memory, but Ash didn't seem to care much and began to speak in his usual tone. The witch didn't do any scary things like the legends say. She just had a power that was different from normal folk. She lived all alone. She would use her clairvoyance to see worlds far away and write stories from that. Huh. She was quite a unique woman. She hated people, but loved them at the same time. She even had a daughter that lived elsewhere.
That witch's power had been passed down to the daughter as well.
I didn't know what Ash was trying to say, but I decided to quietly listen.
I left those witches for other reasons, but I was also interested in their fates. That's why I've returned to this town that holds the legend of the witch.
And where are those witches now?
They're all gone. It was a long time ago, after all.
Then what brought you here? Ash made a rare, ambiguous smile at my question. Oh, it's rare, is it?
I wonder why. I've thought about it long and hard, too. My own story never mentioned why I was so fixated on the witches' stories.
What do you mean?
I really don't know who I am.
Huh?
That's why I enjoy talking with you. It feels like I'm given a role.
His words seem to be jumping all over the place.
For example, if I wasn't reflected in your eyes, this scene of us talking wouldn't exist. You'd simply have a drink and go to bed.
Maybe. I didn't understand what Ash was getting at. He shrugged his shoulders, noticing my expression.
I like you for creating a story with me. That's all. The time I spend here talking with you is amusing to me. No matter who you may be, that fact won't change. You are you.
Those gentle words gave me the illusion that we shared our problems. Yes. I enjoy our days together too.
I think that's why it makes me greedy.
Huh? Ash didn't say anything else and simply smiled at me.
I'm feeling a bit chilly now. I think it's time for you to return to your room.
The cup in my hand was already cold. I quickly drank it down. He reached over the table and took my cup. Oh, I'll do it myself.
It's all right.
Ash then whispered into my ear, because he always does.
I'm sorry.
Huh? Why are you apologizing? Oh no! What did you put in my drink? I wasn't sus enough. Oh no, I trusted him. Why did I trust him? Oh no. I regret. I didn't. Oh no. Was it tea? It was probably tea. Oh no. I've made an error. I'm slipping. Before I knew it, Ash had stepped away.
Sleep tight. What we talked about here is but a dream of an intermission.
He's fading. The white silhouette disappeared behind the counter.
You must forget it all.
I couldn't hear anything anymore. I was unable to move for a while. Is he just gone now? I'll lose my mind. Hey girl, the usual! Sure! Duck roast and a large mug, please.
Gotcha.
You got any recommendations for today? The owner said we have some fresh vegetables. Veggies. Well, maybe once in a while. Then I'll take the veggie stew set. Sure thing. Okay, so we're back to where we were during the Travelers, but I feel like Ash is missing. I became more skilled in this line of work by the day. I was also starting to remember what the regulars like to eat. Because of that, I was also able to take small breaks here and there. Oh, he's still here.
You're like the mascot of the tavern now.
I'm nothing like that. During my breaks, I always stood here, right next to Ash, who sat at the same table reading books every single day in his Ash clothes.
Oh, really? There seem to be many customers who come here to see you.
No way.
Hey, can you take my order?
Right away. Sorry, I need to go.
Phew.
They were always short breaks, so I wasn't able to talk too much, but I was actually pretty satisfied with it. Ash, on the other hand, I took care of the orders and quickly returned to my usual position. I'm sorry, we were still in the middle of something.
You really are popular.
There was something pointed about the way he said that. That's not true. It's just a part of my job.
Yes, I know that. Of course I do. I just don't really like it.
I'd never seen Ash act like this. It was like he was pouting or sulking. I think Levi made this kind of face when Francisca praised Levon. I wonder if this is going to lead back into the same hoopla with the tavern worker and the hooligan. If it does, I might try to skip read, but we'll see. Was it even possible for Ash to sulk when he was older than me? Levi was sometimes childish, so he probably couldn't help it. Ash! I tried to get him to cheer up, but was immediately interrupted. Yeah, it is. Okay, hold on. Okay, so this is all the same, eh? I mean, not that I don't love this love story between the tavern worker and the drunkard, but... Okay, so he takes us out. Gives us a hug. But... does that count as its own separate ending? Hello? Ah. Interesting. So it ends... How interesting. It ends the same way that The Travelers does. And then we get an epilogue afterwards. Okay, I'll take it, I guess. Is this Arya's perspective or Hugh's perspective?
I heaved a sigh after closing the notebook.
Okay, her perspective.
The heat from both eyes subsided. How was it? The man who called himself a traveler still wore the same smile.
It's so weird how Hugh just, like, never ages. Like, you know, he's back here in time with Mom and stuff, and he's just, like, the same. He just is timeless. Oh, Mom! I've never seen this look on your face before.
You're a cheater. Hiding from the people around you isn't fair. The man smiled playfully at the reprimand. But in this story, she chose to be a normal girl.
Wait. Does this mean that you went and visited Mom after you got together with her daughter? I got like the dial-up internet noises going on in my brain right now, trying to be like, trying to compute this.
In her eyes, you were a normal and nice young man.
Is this now from Hugh's perspective? She slowly caressed the cover of the notebook, and the old and weathered leather rubbed against her skin.
Do you think I used her as a substitute for you? No, I don't think so. You were lonely too, weren't you? Besides... I tried my best to make a serious face, but I couldn't help but smile. You fell in love with her, didn't you? You enjoyed being with her, right? You wanted to talk to her more. That feeling is none other than love.
She decisively pointed at the man's heart.
You're no longer the hawk that lived with the Ashen Witch. You can become anyone, be it a lover or a guide. You are free to choose the future you desire. A future that I don't have. That sounds quite attractive and fun. The man chuckled. I'll be going now.
To where?
To wherever I drift to. I'll stay there to watch over all of you as I continue writing. I will see you again someday.
After saying that, the man's hair fluttered in the spring winds as he departed. Did Mom know that you were writing about her daughter? I'm kind of torn if so, because it's like, well, she got to know what choices her daughter made in the future, which is kind of nice, since she couldn't be there herself. The sun was shining, and the vast blue of the sky proved that spring was here. I looked up at it as I recalled the girl I met a few days ago. An adorable girl who was neither a ghost nor a fairy. So that really happened. So the Kaleidovia also worked as like a time-traveling device? Question mark? In a way? May I ask for your name? Yeah, it totally did. So she got to meet her daughter and then named her daughter after her daughter? Oh dang, that is some time travel nonsense. Jed. Is that your real name? Oh, and then she got to see her for what she was underneath the wig! Interesting that only when she gave her real name could she see her for who she truly was underneath the outfit. Okay. And you weren't like, yo, this girl looks like me. Anyway. Air. The girl mumbled her name. With the witch's eye, I saw someone dear to me in a world far, far away. Subconsciously, my hand went over my belly to protect what was inside. Yes, you are pregnant with her right now. I've made up my mind. Olgar, Dad, hello.
There you are.
Oh, Olgar, you came at just the right time.
We're heading out. You'll catch a cold in that. Go get changed.
Huh? Faster than I could state my business, he spoke first. What a strange turn of events this was. I didn't expect him to take me outside. Ooh, nighttime. That's cool. Are we now Hugh? The perspective is confusing me. By the time I'd finished preparing, the sky had already darkened. It was still too early for sundown. Although it was spring, the snow had not melted in the forest. Okay, no, I just thought because it was like winter again, but they were like, we're not gonna draw like a spring scene for this particular background. Fine. With such bad visibility, I held on to Olgar's hand. I walked carefully so as to not slip. Where are you taking me? I couldn't hold back my excitement, so I decided to ask before we got to our destination. But his answer was as indifferent as usual.
We're almost there.
You won't tell me?
You'll know when we get there. And here we are.
Of course. Naturally. We were at an opening in the forest. A space where there were no trees, but a bright white field of flowers in their place. Snowdrop flowers. Wow! The tiny flowers that told us of the coming of spring. And there were so many of them.
I wanted to show this to you.
Olgar's stern face blushed. You brought me here for this?
No, there's one more thing.
After clearing his throat, he gingerly took something out from his pocket. Oh, it's beautiful.
A pendant? It was a pendant with a snowdrop motif. There was a beautiful jewel in the center. As I was captivated by its mysterious brilliance, Olgar cleared his throat again and began to speak.
I wanted to give this to you.
To me?
Hello. Are you putting it on for her?
I haven't done anything for you since we married.
Yep.
I wanted to give you what I prized the most.
And he brought me all the way here for that, among the flower garden of snowdrops that the pendant was based on.
So romantic. No wonder you guys reunited here.
I was so happy. I suppose this was what it meant to be overwhelmed with joy. But I didn't know why I burst out laughing.
Why do you laugh?
I'm sorry. It was so adorable.
Do you like it?
No, not the pendant. You. I'm sorry. Thank you. I love it. The pendant is wonderful. I'm very happy about it. I took the hand of my sulking husband. You always take everything so seriously. Not only with me, but with the town and the people. And that's why I love you and all the people of this town. What you hold dear, I will as well. From now on and forever.
I see.
Oh, and there's something I want to tell you. I pulled my husband's clenched fist onto my belly. I looked up at his confused face and smiled.
Oh, this is when you told him? My goodness.
I'm pregnant with your child.
What?
He was very surprised. No wonder, as we had tried for so long, and now I was finally conceived with our child.
What? We have to come up with a name.
I've already decided on a name.
What's that?
Air. That's the name.
Air. That's a girl's name.
Yes, I'm sure it's a girl.
How do you know?
Why, I am a witch, you know. I can see into the future with my eye.
Oh, right, because Grandma could. So you could see into the future, too.
You never told me you can see the future. Is that true?
Who knows? I tried to be teasing, but my husband quickly responded.
Knowing you, I have to believe it.
He spoke matter-of-factly. That wasn't fair. So how about that name?
It's a good name. A very good name.
After saying that, Olgar moved close to me. Instead of embracing me, he snuggled close. It felt as if he wanted to tell me that he would be by my side as we lived on. But I was a witch. My eye could see the future of this world, though it may be uncertain and hazy. She will be steadfast like Francisca and generous like Apris. And she will be as strong as you.
I wish for her to be as kind as you.
I'm sure she will. No, I know she will. I can tell, because I'm a witch. Olgar smiled as if he was expecting that answer, and then I leaned my head on his shoulder. Air, our child, Olgar's and mine. And she would be raised by Francisca and Apris. Many treacherous paths awaited her, but I was sure she could overcome them. I looked at the flowers at my feet and the pendant Olgar gave me. Snowdrop, the tiny flower that bid farewell to spring. My child, and to all of our children. Pain will accompany your choices, but not one of them are wrong, so you will be all right. I hope that you will be by the side of your loved ones, smiling. To my beloved children.
So she knew she was going to die, and that her daughter wasn't going to be raised by the dead. Dang. No wonder she was, like, so chill when Francisca showed up. She's like, as the prophecy foretold in my eyeball, you would take my child. The witch's eyes unlocked the witch's ending and cleared all endings. Interesting. I wonder why it's called Links when it's the witch's ending. Whoa! And now I'm by myself in this blizzard. Cool. All right. Well, I just noticed a snowdrop. Oh my goodness, adorable. Guys, that was interesting. Time is a weird thing. I mean, I guess it makes sense that you can not only travel through different worlds, but also time travel. I wonder... I feel like Mom knew that he got together with her daughter. She was cool with it. She's like, you were lonely. I mean, I get it, man. I don't view it as a betrayal. Like, you and her had, like, a happy life, and in this one particular timeline, you were, like, a normal couple. That's nice. I like to know that, you know, Jed had at least, like, one normal happy ending with the guy. Huh. Craziness. I guess that's why they were telling Jed, like, she has the power of clairvoyance, but she never really used it to look into the future. But I guess she didn't really have a witch's eye. She just had a gem in her eye from the Kaleidovia. I still need to, like, chew on everything, like, all the information from this game. I feel like I'm still missing so many pieces, and so much of what I think I know is probably just speculation. Anyway, that was certainly an ending. I hope you guys enjoyed. We do have one more note that's probably unlocked now, so I'm gonna go and track that down, and then I think I'll put that in its own video, probably, because the notes tend to be fairly long-ish, especially if I blather for as long as I do. So, yeah. Hopefully I'll see you over there for what will probably be the last video of the series, guys, before the review. Thank you very much for joining me. Until next time, I will see you later.